We have an art case where referencing has definitely gone way too far and crossed the line straight into copying territory. This is posted on Twitter by Twitter user Himes Moon, and Himes writes, "Somebody has almost completely copied my old design and is now running an auction with it. Is there any way to report this? I do not know how it works on your character here. Commissions. One is my design, and two is what I think was copied." So over here, we can see Himes' design, and this is their DeviantArt, so this is just kind of like a better look on the design. I want to highlight some key aspects of this design that makes it uniquely theirs, right? Some like very defining features. It is a female character with long black hair with blunt cut bangs and two long protruding horns, like those dragon horns, essentially kind of black with gold detailing. They're wearing what looks to me like a kimono-esque inspired dress. It is black with some navy blue detailing, and it drags all the way down to the floor with wave detailing at the bottom of the hem. What is also really notable is this design features a dragon tail. This tail is black with gold chains that kind of wrap around the tail, and what is really noticeable and what is really notable about the design are these dark navy blue lilies sitting on lily pads that rest along the tail. Now, alongside this design is also the design of a Chinese dragon, assuming Chinese because the text written on the graphic is Chinese. The dragon is also navy blue and ombreing to black, holding what looks to be like a teal pearl, and the character is holding this like long thin goldish tinted spear with some navy flowers on it. This is the design that is being sold by this user by the name of Dmitriev. If we take a look at the design, it is a femme character with long black hair that drags all the way to the ground. They don't have blunt cut bangs, so their hair is kind of like side parted. They also do have the dragon horns, but instead of being black with gold detailing, it's just larger and straight up instead of kind of pointing a little forward. This character is wearing an extremely similar dress to the one that Himes' character was wearing, with that same Japanese kimono inspired look with a hem that drags all the way to the ground. And instead of waves appearing at the bottom of the hem, it just looks like the character standing on water instead. And notable is again this black dragon tail with these navy blue lilies that are sitting on black lily pads that sit on the tail of this character. And the character's tail also has very thin gold chains that band around it. And this character also has a dragon, but instead of a little Chinese dragon, it's a much bigger Chinese dragon. It's larger than the character. And the Chinese dragon is also very, very dark navy. There are differences in the two designs. If we put the two designs side by side, we can see there are some differences. It just kind of looks like Dmitriev's design is the less rendered version of what Himes' design is. Regardless of the fact that there are some differences, the similarities are extremely uncanny. Oh, I do want to point out, I forgot to mention, the shoes are almost identical. They kind of look like Japanese sandals and also platform sandals at the same time with these like thin gold chain detailing. It's literally the same. So yeah, I cannot take a look at Dmitriev's artwork and in good faith say that this artwork was not done without referencing almost 95% of Himes' design. When they say, hey, it's okay to use references, you just gotta change aspects of it to make it your own, it should be to where there are substantial changes made so that when we take a look at your artwork, we will not assume that it's Himes' character with like slightly different hair, which is essentially what's happening here. So Himes has also attached in their tweets this post. This is on a site called arca.live. It is posted by a user by the name of Iris, and it's some concept art. This is also posted onto Baidu because it has a Baidu watermark. It's a Chinese search engine, but this is about a game called Alchemy Stars, and it's copyright Tor Dog Studio, which is the creators of Alchemy Stars. This looks to be concept art for a character called Tweety, and this is the official character art from Alchemy Stars of this Tweety character. They're like a mail courier, which is why they kind of have this appearance. And this is the character that Dmitriev has created and has auctioned off. So are there differences? Yes, but again, if we do put the characters side by side, there are heavy similarities to Tweety, the Alchemy Stars character. I want to highlight the hat, the most notable part that is identical. The hat is a really, really tall kind of like soldier hat, like the British soldier-esque style. Completely white with a teal four-pointed star with two dots in each gap of the prongs of the star that is featured in Dmitriev's design. The hat has a tall vertical black buckle that is also in Dimitriv's design. It also has a horizontal silver like braid across, which is featured in the Dimitriv design. There is also a pom-pom on the hat. And the pom-pom is also on Dimitriv's character's hat. Tweety notably also has like ombre hair. So Tweety's hair is white, but at the very, very bottom, it looks like it's dip dyed into black, which is also featured in the design of Dimitriv. The eye color is the same. They both have teal eyes. They both have the exact same fluff around the neck. It's wearing like a really fluffy neck cowl with kind of a little name badge attached to it, which looks the same. The only difference is Dimitriv's design carries some brown. So the character is wearing a brown crossbody mail carrier bag. Tweety instead has a black little fanny pack kind of belted on. Tweety notably also has a large black bird tail that is also featured in Dimitriv's design. And Tweety's wearing white tights, whereas Dimitriv's character is not. But overall, there are way too many similarities, in my opinion, between these two designs that you can't tell me Dimitriv's Adoptable is not like at least 80% inspired by this Alchemy Stars character. And here's what some commenters had to say. So Prince of Yokai writes, quote, "Can I copy your homework?" End quote. Sure, just make sure there's some changes to it. Literally that. Haim says yes, but it makes me laugh that the changes he made are laziness or the inability to draw complex details. Nova writes, "What's sad is this person clearly has talent. It's a shame they're copying others' designs." And Haim says, yes, it's really sad. And another commenter, Pigeony, writes, "I ended up buying the one right before for a large sum of money. It's a goat character design. I did a backward search and even talked to the artist a bit about inspo. Now I feel super bad about it. If anyone can find anything on this design too, please let me know. In the meantime, I'm probably gonna dispute. Ugh." Either way, I was actively digging for any semblance of this design or any inspiration. I personally could not find it, but this person seems to have heavily referenced both mobile game characters and individual artist artwork as well. So there's both like mobile game IP that could also be a potential place that they've referenced from that maybe they got inspiration, or it could be a genuine design. Although from my experience, if they've heavily referenced multiple times, it's likely they've done it in a lot more pieces than you may think. So that just seems to be the unfortunate circumstance that this has arrived at, which really sucks. But this person does have other works as well. So I would just kind of keep an eye. And if anything looks similar, like here are the other ones that potentially it was heavily referenced from another artwork, or also potentially it was genuinely made and it was just their own unique design. So we don't know. So far, we do know that two pieces have been very heavily referenced. So if any of you guys recognize these, let the person know. Again, please don't send hate to any parties involved. That is not what this is about. It's just awareness of, hey, you know, if you bought the Adopt, there is a chance that the Adoptable might have been very heavily referenced from other artwork and you just didn't even know because you didn't know when you bought it. Absolutely sucks. I'm so sorry for Himes because that's always really violating to find that your artwork, your design has been encroached on by far because somebody exceedingly referenced it to the beyond the threshold of just a reference, getting into copying territory. Absolutely sucks. I'll have a link down below if you want to go check them out, so show them some love. And yeah, if you like the video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Don't forget to check me out on VGen. Been selling art there. I have some merch cooking. Very excited for that. I hope you guys are too. I also have a coffee where I have resources for streamers and creators for free. And I also stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Wednesdays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST. So I hope to catch you guys there or in another one of my videos.